first things we're gonna need for paint removal, and I don't know, everybody does it a little differently, but what I like to do is start off with an older scrubber. This is an Unger, I think Monsoon scrubber or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty old. I don't really use it. It doesn't hold a lot of water, but I don't want to use any of my newer stuff because this thing is just gonna get really dirty. So the other thing you want to have is a new razor. Obviously, you want to switch out your razors as much as possible. Let's see. I'll get a new one in here. Alright. And a new razor will just make things go a lot faster. It won't be gunked up, you know. You might have to switch it out when you're done, but that's just the way it goes. Okay. Another thing we're gonna want if your customer doesn't have it is a bag. I like to carry these, and you'll see why. All right. Now, when I get started, I like to use a little bit of water. I don't want to use too much water in the bucket because we're going to dump it out at the end. And I'm actually not going to put any solution in there. I'm going to put solution directly onto my scrubber just to make cleanup a whole lot easier. Just put that back there. Don't mind my dirty trash can. All right, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I do, there's a couple ways you could do this. You can cut this in half and then sort of lay it across here. What I'm trying to do is avoid getting any paint down here. You don't want to get paint in the frames. So what I'm gonna do is I hold it here and then I wet over my first portion. You want to do it in little little segments. So the bag's gonna catch the paint here. And then you just drop it in there. Some of it's going to fall on the ground. You can't catch it all. And of course you want to just do one scrape set. This is a big pane window here. Let's see. And then just make sure, you always want to make sure the pane is, the glass is wet. You don't want to do this dry. Now, everybody has different methods for doing this. This is what I found to be easier in terms of cleanup. It is a little slower in the process, but it is all around faster. At least the process I found was a little faster. Now, there's like an after marks that are left on the glass. That is what the painter uses to make their outline. If it doesn't come off with a razor, you can use a magic eraser, or steel wool works well. So steel wool or a magic eraser will work to take off any of that. So once you get a little closer down here, it's a little easier to pull it off. If it gets really gunked up, you could just, you know, use an old rag and wipe it off. Now, of course, you want to take the paint off first, and then clean the window afterwards. Don't worry about the window cleaning at first. bits and pieces here that you want to get. And the cleanup process is just a little bit more time consuming than you might consider. So make sure you have everything you need before you start. There we go. Bye bye, Santa Claus. Oh my goodness. No! Ah! Oh, ah. That's a dead Santa. So if you do get any paint on the frames, you could just take a steel wool, wet steel wool pad, and just kind of buff it out, because you don't want that to dry on there. Good morning. Also, be prepared to sacrifice a towel to the window cleaning gods, because you can wash it, I suppose, but I just tend to use older towels and then throw them away. Goodbye. Ooh, look at that mess.